really out here living as this world spinning. In the midst of me winning, you hear this record spinning.
Hey, welcome to another edition of What's Good. The NBA just started back this week. It was cool. Did you watch the NBA? Any NBA games also?
I watched. I was real close to that Cavs and Celtics game. Was wondering how Kyrie Irving and LeBron was going to match up with each other. That was a good game. Good game. I felt like both teams brought it, and I'm sad about that Gordon Hayward injury. That was a terrible injury. That was very terrible. And he was supposed to be the big three for the Celtics this year. So
probably hit the biggest shot in Cavs history. They're going up. Oh my goodness! Hayward came down so hard. Okay, Hayward broke his leg. Hayward has broken his leg.
Now, they got to kind of rely on the young guys, Tatum and Brown, to step up. But I feel they played good as well, but it was a good game. Good game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you, I didn't watch the game, man. I was watching baseball. Actually, I was flipping back and forth between that and baseball. And then my boy was like, oh, he showed me the picture. You know how people take a picture of the television. He takes a picture of the television. And then he showed it. I was like, man, I didn't want to see that. See, because I remember when when LT broke Joe Theismann's leg. Not LT from the Chargers, but
yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
I know you know, but for everybody else, Lawrence Taylor, when he cracked Joe Theismann's leg and ended his career. So, and then I saw the picture of what got me the most was I saw the picture of Dwayne Wade when he was sitting down, like kneeling down, like had his hand in his head like that. I was like, oh man, it must be bad. Because, what's the first thing you think of when you play ball in UK? What's the first thing you think of when you see somebody else injured?
Man, I automatically think the worst of the situation, honestly. Yeah. And that's why I said it was just an ugly injury. And for real, I honestly think the Celtics was out of the loop of the game for the most part after he got injured. They seemed like his Cavs went on like a 20 run, and they seemed like they was out of it because their man just got injured. And I think Coach Stevens did a good job after halftime talking to him like, look, he's going to be okay, but we still got a game to play.
Yeah. I mean, that'll deflate you, man, especially the guy's is an integral part of your team going forward. You never want to see anything like that. And, of course, you're like, it didn't look like anybody wanted to jump after that, man.
Nah. Everybody they was playing real calm after that. Everything was strict. Textbook. Yeah. There wasn't too much jumping around after that. So
yeah, because for real, say for instance, if that happened on the playground, if somebody just we playing a pickup game, if something like that happened, what would happen? Would the game keep going?
Nah, everybody's stopping. Everybody's walking home. I'm done. I'll see y'all tomorrow if y'all want to play.
It's bad juju, man. You don't keep on playing that somebody break their leg. But that's the business part about it, the NBA, the business part about professional. Everybody paid a ticket. They want to see LeBron. They want to see the superstars. But, I mean, hey, that's just the business part of it. Everything's got to go on. And who do we blame that on? Can we blame it on Kyrie? That was a horrible pass.
Hey,
right?
That was a terrible. Kyrie set him up.
He set him up.
After it's all said and done, because LeBron was playing safety on the play.
Yeah.
If you go back and look, LeBron was playing safety. And Kyrie played with LeBron for 3 years. He knows how he reacts to the ball on defense. So, I mean, like I said, it was a terrible accident, And I'm glad the Cavs pulled out the win. I'm a Cavs fan, so I'm glad they pulled out the win. And it was good to see LeBron, kind of baby bro Kyrie. Kind of treat him like a little brother.
You got to do it. You got to do it like Cliff Paul. He Cliff Paul'd him.
Yeah.
But tonight, keeping on the NBA, tonight we got the debut of your man, Lonzo Ball. Is he gonna wear his what his shoes?
Triple B's.
His Triple B's, big baller.
Brand.
Is he gonna wear the big baller brand shoe?
I don't know. Lonzo's dad says he doesn't have to always wear the shoe. But you know it's opening night, so you know he's gonna have the shoe on. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does as well. Like I'm a UK guy, and I know Fox tore him up.
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm looking to see how how his game changes to the NBA and see if he's gotten any better or anything. So should be exciting to see the new Lakers.
Yeah, everybody's excited to see the new Lakers, and I mean it's a big buzz about the NBA season. So it'll be cool. Looking forward to that. But let's switch up to the postseason. Sport that's in the postseason, baseball. Man, the Astros were up 2-0. Yankees came back. Well, Yankees up 3-2 now,
3-2.
right?
Yankees up 3-2. Next game's Friday in Houston.
Astros in 7.
I like the Yankees. I told Brandon this week, I said, when the Yankees get the sticks rolling, it's hard to beat them. Everybody's hitting. It's going to be hard to beat the Yankees. That's how they built. This is going to be hard to beat them. So I like the Yankees in 7. I love the Yankees.
Well,
I like to see them get back to the World Series, be good for the pinstripes.
Well, I mean, the thing about the Yankees, man, the Yankees really aren't even supposed to be here. They weren't supposed to beat Cleveland, right?
Right.
They weren't supposed. They're definitely not supposed to beat the Astros.
Right.
So anything the Yankees get is like icing. It's like extra. It's like a birthday. But your man got going. What's his name? The big boy Judge got going.
Oh yeah.
But the guy that's been the most consistent to me has been Didi. Gregorius is just balling out of this world.
He is. He's keeping them alive. Honestly, he's keeping them alive.
And the Yankees always have these bums, man. They always have these average bums that just start balling.
You know it, man. I'm telling you, they know the right time to peak. They know the right time to peak, man. This is the biggest stage of some of their careers so far, and I'm actually, Judge is doing good. He's a rookie, but he's doing good. He had a slump for a while, so I'm glad he's out there.
Well, he's 5 for 30.
Yeah,
he's 5 for 30 in the playoffs.
He is, but he's hitting at the right time. That's all that matters.
Yeah, he's hitting at the right time. But I still got to go with the Astros. I got to go with my man Altuve. Because I like the way the announcers said, the Spanish cats, they say, Altuve, like he plays soccer or something, like he scored a goal. That's my man. I like Correa. I like Altuve. I like the Astros, man. The Astros are cool. Hopefully, but everybody wants that coast-to-coast thing. They want the Dodgers, who are winning right now, up 3-1 against the Cubs. And I think they play tonight, so we'll see. But they want the Dodgers and the Yankees. The old Fernando Valenzuela. What his name? Venezuela? Nah, Fernando Valenzuela. And whoever, I don't know who played for the Yankees. Was it Reggie Jackson? Nah, he was earlier. But they want the Yankees and the Dodgers, so cool. Whatever, they'll probably get it. But I hope Houston does something. Come on, man, stop playing. But it's whatever.
They probably won't win for the city too after all that hurricane stuff too. So what? But I ain't hearing none of that, man. Come on, Yankees. Man, no sympathy. No sympathy. Damn. Yankees get the victory and let's get it back to New York, man. Let's get it back.
Let's get it back. Also say let's get it back to New York, man. I mean, there you go. Get it back to New York. I hope not. But get it back to New York. Man, let's go. Let's stay local, man. Let's stay local. We'll come back local. Okay, last week your boy was fired, Patino. This week, the other boy was fired. What's his name?
A.D.
Jurich. He's out of there.
Today, the Board of Trustees voted to terminate with cause the employment of our athletic director. We want to thank Tom for his many years of service and contributions to the University of Louisville.
Okay. But see, it seems like more people are upset really now that Jurich is gone rather than Patino, because Jurich is supposed to be this architect, and when he goes, I guess the cards are really going to fall. The coaches had a meeting in support of it. But your man Papa John came in there. The Papa was coming in there slapping high fives before the meeting was. The meeting was over before it started.
Right?
Okay, you know what I'm saying. Pizzas for everybody. Papa John, I think Papa John's pulled a power move. Is like, look, man, I'm taking this sponsorship about this joint if y'all don't get rid of this guy George, man. So it's whatever. It was a done deal, man. It was a done deal. But I mean, here's my thing. Your man went on. Patino went on. What, Scott Van Pelt last night?
ESPN. Yep, he was on ESPN talking to Jay Billis.
Talking to Jay Billis. One issue that I have, I got a couple, but one issue is this: these local reporters like Rich Bozich and the other who only that's the only one I know.
That's the only one I know as well.
Rich Bozich, all the rest of them are like, all the rest of them are gone, man. Like, the other reporters, I don't even know. There's a couple females, but I don't know. Is Anna Rivera?
I couldn't even tell you the name.
But they gone. Whatever. The only one I know is Rich Bozich and maybe Anna Rivera. So, the local reporters got to be pissed, man. Patino didn't even give him a sniff of an interview. He went straight to ESPN. Went straight to Jay Billis to plead his case to the public, which is what I think he's doing. Trying to, trying to curry favor or save his legacy or whatever he's doing. But the thing about it, the guy just got a subpoena from the grand jury. So my question is, his lawyer Steve Pence, why are you letting this guy do this book tour?
Talking, yeah, I don't understand it either. Like you said, I think he's trying to show the people, he's trying to save his legacy, and I feel that he went to ESPN because he knows this is bigger than Louisville. This is nationwide. This is something he needs to talk to everybody about because everybody's against him. Like, well, Rick, how did you let this happen? And he wants to go on the biggest platform, which is ESPN, to let everybody know, look, I didn't know nothing about this, which still to this day
makes no sense.
It makes no sense. But on Jared, though, I like Jared. He's a good guy for the city. He helped build Louisville in 10 years, and they're excellent in almost every sport. And they're the highest. I mean, Adidas gave him that big endorsement because of how they've been doing in sports. Yeah. And he had a lot to do with that money. But, a lot of people wanted to save Jared because they know he's a good guy. But now that he's out, I think a lot of things are going to get, a lot of people's going to get out of the Louisville's athletics.
Like, you think Petrino's gone?
I think Petrino, he's on the verge because Petrino was Jared's guy. Petrino he feels like he don't owe Louisville no loyalty after Jared left. So there's been a lot of thing in the air too about Petrino going to Tennessee. I don't know how true it is yet, but that job.
Petrino going to Tennessee?
Tennessee, and they getting Butch up out of there.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
He's out of there. But that's in the air. I've heard.
I thought Dino Babers was going there.
Nah. They said
they ain't gonna have no. Hold up, he not gonna be the first black coach in Tennessee.
Nah, they ain't
basketball, football.
Yeah, football. They not letting that happen.
Because your man was the coach.
They should have hired T. Martin. They did that.
They should have hired T. Martin. That's what they should have done. Yeah, but so Petrino's your assessment is Petrino's up out of there.
I think he's on the verge of leaving the program again, and I think it's gonna be for the good. I think it'll be for the good.
Clean house, man. Clean house. You put them all, except the like Rex Carmona. That's the tennis guy. And does anybody know who? The other coach, the baseball coach.
Oh, he's a good coach.
Is he staying?
He should stay. I mean, he's doing this job every year. I don't think he's gotten too much caught up in all this, but I know Petrino for sure. He's a good guy, but I think he's gonna get his way up out of there and go to Tennessee.
Let's move on to the NFL. We got a story with our man, of course, my favorite team, America's team, the Cowboys. My man Zeke Elliott, he's back on the field, baby. The judge is on vacation for 2 weeks, so we got 2 weeks. It's a mysterious thing, right?
That is very mysterious. How does that happen? 2 weeks.
Hey, it is.
It's America's team, so you can always count on some funny business. When it comes to the Cowboys, they're gonna get their way with stuff. When it comes down to it.
Come on, man. You don't get your blood pressure up, man. It's too much salt, man. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Goodell's got too much power, and that's it. Goodell is on he's on a downslide, man. The owners are tired of him with this with carrying this big stick, trying to punish people all the time. And the fact of the matter still remains that I think Zeke has got a better case than Tom Brady had year before last or last year, whatever. Okay, and it looks like the new news coming out is they might reach a settlement that says, look, Zeke take less than 6 games to get this whole thing over with, because you really don't know which way the court is going to go. The thing about the decision with the arbitrator, okay, well, just the background of it. They had the arbitrator that they had that Roger Goodell handpicked, okay, Harold Henderson, gave Zeke 6 games. Ezekiel Elliott 6 games. All right. Now, what the Cowboys did was they took it to a judge in Texas and they got it stayed. They got that. The judge said, "Look, we're going to stay this temporary." They gave him a temporary restraining order, which means they stayed the decision. Kept it. No, we're not going to do anything yet. So the NFL, of course, went back to New York, and they got the judge to reinstate the 6-game suspension. Okay, the NFLPA, National Football League Players Association, went back, and then they got another temporary stay, a temporary restraining order. Okay, so. But then this judge is like, yo, we're not, I'm on vacation for 2 weeks. We're not going to do anything. And basically, I think the ploy is to have him work it out, to have him work out an agreement, get it out of the public. Because Goodell can't take another L, man. He's taking too many L's on these doggone, on this. He thinks he's some emperor or something like that. And of course, the players, he's got the authority to do it, but it's totally one-sided, especially in this case, because Zeke didn't get to face his accuser. He didn't get to bring in any evidence, any exculpatory evidence, which is evidence that could clear him of the charges or clear him of the accusation. Goodell was like, hey, heavy-handed, take these 6 games and go on about your business. So, it's got to come to a stop, man, because these judges, even though the judges don't like to get in the way of arbitration decisions, nobody takes too kindly to one person handing something down rather than, and especially when you don't have all the evidence. It's ridiculous, man.
Right. I agree as well. I don't think there's enough evidence on the case at all from the get-go. I don't think the lady wants to go forward with everything. I think they're kind of like forcing the issue now, but I do think all the stuff Zeke's been doing during the offseason is playing a part in this decision. He's gotten some trouble before and everything, and now they just trying to slam it all down on him. Like, look, this is the NFL. We're not going to, allow you to keep doing things that you're doing. But this case, they don't have too much going forward for it. It's all a little he say, she say, and like you said, it's nothing like the Tom Brady case. It's nothing like the Tom Brady case.
And then, but let's get into it, Austin. Let's get, because a lot of people are hemming and hawing around this whole thing. This is the way I look at it, okay? Ezekiel Elliott went to Ohio State, up in Columbus, Ohio, okay? I went to Columbus, Ohio. I didn't go to school there. I went to for something like a thing, like, what is it? I don't know. I visited the law school up there, right? Okay? And look, man, to be honest with you, here's the deal. When you go to these, they call them what? PWIs. Predominantly white institutions. Okay? You got a lot of white girls. That's it, man. And you got a lot of black athletes. All right? You got a lot of strong, strapping young men in the peak of their careers, the peak physical condition. All right. So, and you got a lot of hormones that's going around. All right. So, you can speak more to this. It's 2017. You got a mixture of a bunch of young kids. You got these superstar athletes out here, and you got females, man, and you got a good-looking guy, and playing in front of hundreds of thousands over there at Ohio State on a weekly basis. And you got people that, you get access to girls, man. The kids, he could pretty much in college. He could pretty much pick and choose who he wants to.
Most
who
definitely.
wants to.
He can. Definitely has his picks on whatever he wants while he's there. And like you said, Ohio State is one of the biggest stages of college football. And like you said, it's a bunch of those females, and he's at a PWI, so it's gonna be a lot of those, white females that's attracted to him. And
he's used to messing with white girls. That's just the bottom line.
And that's just what it is.
He's used to messing with white girls.
That's his kind. And he's used to doing it. But obviously, I hope he learns from this lesson.
Yeah,
he can't mess with them all.
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, the other thing is this. The other secret is this. Okay, Ezekiel Elliott, you can't publicly, even though it's 2017. You can't publicly do the things that he's doing. Okay, he's taking down the girls' tops, and then he explains, "Hey, we had consensual sex later. It wasn't a big deal to her." Yeah, I mean, they don't want to hear that. These old guys, look, the NFL is a bunch of old white guy owners. Okay, they have daughters. All right, man. Look, they don't want you. They don't want you messing with the white girls, man. That's it, man. And they don't want you messing with the white girls in public, man. Ezekiel Elliott don't have a lot of support among black women, okay? Because they don't want you messing with white girls either. But it's just the fact of the matter. You gotta hold. He didn't go to Wilberforce. He didn't go to Central State in Ohio. He went to the Ohio State University. So he's used to doing things a certain way. He needs to chill. He needs to. He's immature. Hopefully, this is like you said. Hopefully, this is a learning, a lesson learned for him to chill. Be like Dak Prescott, man. We all know he messes with white girls too, but nobody sees him.
That is it. He has to stay out of the media for his own sake, because the media is killing him. Every chance they get, they killing Zeke. I wish him the best.
Zeke gonna be like OJ, man.
He is. He's the next OJ in training if he keeps it up. But I hope he's learned his lesson, man.
Look, OJ. They said OJ wasn't out. OJ came out. He ordered. What did he order? Double quarter pound with cheese.
He's back in the mix already. The juice is loose.
Did you see the pictures?
Yeah, I seen it. It was in Vegas.
OJ can't stay away from white women, man.
The juice is loose.
But I mean, it is what it is, man. Here's the thing. Look, man. Look, I don't know what the reason is. Okay, I'm married a black woman. I'm cool. But I went to Livingstone College. You know what I'm saying? That's HBCU. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but you talk to who you're around, that's your environment. I guess he didn't go to the Black Student Union much. I don't. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Yeah. But that's just what it is, man. Yeah. It's the world that we live in, man. Is it anything wrong? I don't. It's what it is.
It is what it is.
It's what it is. But you still got these people that are like, hey, man, chill. We don't want to see it. We know it's happening. We don't want to see it. And we all know, our parents have told us, the minute something happens, you guilty.
Yep.
Especially if it's a white girl. That's just the facts, man. That's not anything, that's not anything that anybody's guessing at.
That's factual.
That's factual, man.
Yeah,
that's just the fact. So Zeke, we love you, Zeke. Chill. Holler at Dak Prescott. Keep it under the radar. And and keep doing your thing, but keep, do what you want to do. But, it's money involved, it's your career involved, it's your future involved, just chill, man. Yeah. Just chill. That's all you gotta do. Easier said than done. I guess
it is easier said than done.
Don't be like Mike Tyson, man. What he said. I remember Mike Tyson said but he got caught up with a black girl, Desiree Washington. He's down there Black Expo, Indianapolis. He said Desiree. Oh no, he said Desiree. What a buffet or something like that. So don't be like Mike, man. In this case, don't be like Mike. But another NFL story, Austin. Colin Kaepernick. This time he's not suing the NFL, but what he's doing is he filed a grievance against the NFL for collusion.
Kaepernick has decided to file a grievance under the NFL's latest collective bargaining agreement against the 32 NFL owners for collusion. Kaepernick has hired high-profile attorney Mark Garagos, who has worked with Michael Jackson and Chris Brown in the past, to represent him, and he is calling for an arbitration hearing on the matter.
He's saying that 2 or more teams in the NFL or the NFL and another team got together and said, hey, we're not going to offer him a job at quarterback. And, I think it's one of those things where everybody knows it.
Clear as day.
But can you prove it? That's the thing. Can you prove it? I mean, Aaron Rodgers went down this last week. They got Brett Hundley. He came in, stunk up the place. He's a young quarterback. He's a black quarterback too from UCLA. You got a bunch of you got who?
There's another one. Mariota went down 2 weeks ago, and they hired Brandon Weems, who ain't won a game. And I don't know if he's ever won an NFL game, but that was totally disrespect to Cap. If I'm Cap, I'm looking at that like, are you serious? You gonna hire this guy who hasn't been in football for this long and bring him in? And
the kid that replaced Cap is benched. They haven't won. San Fran hadn't won a game.
Ain't won a game.
At least they won 2 last year. Who else they got? Jacoby Brissett in Indianapolis.
Yep. He can always go play for Cleveland. I'm sure they'll love to have another quarterback.
Yeah, Cleveland. Who else has got quarterback problems?
The
Minnesota,
Vikings,
right?
Vikings, yeah.
I mean, you got a bunch of teams. You got multiple teams that have problems at the quarterback position who don't have a legitimate quarterback. And Chicago has a quarterback problem.
Jaguars.
The Jaguars have a quarterback problem. So you have a bunch of illustration of teams that have quarterback problems, and you have teams that have said flat out that we're not going to pick up Kaepernick. New York, the Giants have said that. Miami said that.
Miami said it. Those 2 for sure.
They said they don't want the negative publicity associated with the kneeling thing, and that's it. But the point is, the whole burden he's got, which is he's got to have a preponderance. He's got to prove by the preponderance of the evidence that these guys have colluded and not given him a job. So, what do you think? I mean, can he do it?
I think he can do it because, the facts is there. It's clear as anybody who knows football knows how good Cap is and how good he is and effective he is when he's on the field. He
took him to 2 straight NFC championship to the Super Bowl
against the best teams.
Right.
He was dominating against the best teams, and it's clear as day. When his last year in San Francisco they didn't have a team. Cap was still fighting every game to keep them in the games without no-name players. I think the biggest name they had was Torrey Smith, and he hasn't been anything.
Old Raven.
Yeah, since he's been in Baltimore and won that Super Bowl. But he belongs on the field. He's better than a lot of these NFL quarterbacks, starters and backups as well. He's good enough to be a starter, but he should be on somebody's roster as a backup. For instance, he belongs in Green Bay. He gives them a chance to stay in the playoff hunt now that Aaron Rodgers is out. And I think he has a case against the NFL with that. It's clear as day. Like I said, anybody who knows football, the game of sports, they know how valuable he can be on anybody's team. He's an asset on any. You can run the Wildcat with him, or you can bring him in for cleanup duties. Any way you want to put him, he belongs on that field.
He's definitely a baller, and he's got a good lawyer. He's got Mark Garagos, and that's Michael Jackson's old lawyer. He got him off, so we'll see if. This is kind of one of those. I think this is an unprecedented thing in the NFL. I don't believe anybody's filed a grievance of collusion in the NFL. They did it with baseball, like what's his name? Barry Bonds did it. He failed
He failed
because he wanted to get back on the team about 2015, something like that, and then nobody let him on the team. I mean, imagine that. But and then also it was free agency. The Major League Baseball, they did prove that Major League Baseball back in the day, I think like in the 80s, colluded not to give anybody pick up any free agents to keep the salary thing in place. So it's not impossible. It will be unprecedented, I think, in NFL. He's definitely got an uphill battle. Right. Because, unless you have a smoking gun like an email saying, don't hire Kaepernick.
Right. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. I think he knows it's going to be tough. But at least with the arbitration thing, he's going to have an arbitrator that the NFLPA picks, that agrees with, and that the NFL agrees with, rather than the discipline thing with just King Roger Goodell. So he's got a fighting chance, but it's definitely an uphill battle. And if he wins it, they're gonna have to pay him a lot of money because it's money that they're gonna have to figure out what kind of money he would have made in this market versus versus the money that he didn't make. I mean, you have potentially punitive damages. So, it's worth doing. It's worth doing. Will he win it? Who knows? Yeah. I think it'll be an interesting case to watch, most definitely. And again, I guess you hate to keep chiming in on this thing. You always had a racial element of it, even though you have a lot more black quarterbacks, but you've got the racial element of, it's not even, but see, that doesn't even have anything to do with the legal standard for the collusion. Right. But, it's one of those things, man. It's like, what's going on, man? I mean, we're living in a world we're going backwards, where black people in sports, we're supposed to be a meritocracy. Are we living in a world where, you still have these old white guys that control everything, right? Especially in football. Yeah. You don't have any black owners. I don't think you have any in baseball either, but especially in football, you don't have any black owners.
Is Jeter on it now? I think.
Yeah. In Miami.
Miami.
Okay.
Yep, Jeter is.
So shout out to Jeter. Hopefully, he said he let his people kneel. That's what he said.
Yeah.
But
Jeter, good guy.
Yeah, he's a good fellow, man. He's a good fellow. But I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's like, I don't know. What do you think about the racial? Is it a racial component? Is it even worth talking about, or is it just regular stuff?
Honestly, you can start seeing some changes in the NFL, like coming out of college, the transition to coming out of college to the NFL, as far as black quarterbacks. Yeah. Now that you see these black quarterbacks, for instance, Cam Newton, he was known in college for his running and his running ability. He can throw the ball, but he's a running quarterback. Right. And now in the NFL, they're transitioning him to be a pocket passer. Just the thing is going to be for Lamar Jackson transitioning to the NFL. I'm anxious to see what position he plays, because I don't think they're going to allow him to run like that, like he is in college. No. In the NFL. He's either going to be a pocket quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, or he's going to be a receiver. Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns.
Man,
the Cleveland Browns.
Or he's going to be a receiver. And I think it's kind of it's kind of sad to see the NFL taken away from what they do best, which is make plays with their feet. I mean, they can throw the ball, but they're able to make plays with their feet. Let them play. Let them run. But, it's the NFL's game. They're all into this, pocket passer. We don't want our quarterbacks getting hit. We don't want them getting hurt. It's just kind of different, man. I'm looking at it like that, man. It's kind of different. It's way different. You can see it.
Well, it makes sense because that's your franchise player, and you see what happens in the NFL when you don't have a legitimate quarterback, unless you've got, an outstanding defense like the Giants had when they beat the Patriots twice, right, or when Baltimore had when they won their 2 Super Bowls, or even you can even say Denver, because Denver I mean, Peyton Manning didn't really do anything.
He didn't have to do anything.
The defense.
Yeah.
So I guess you've got those. Are they anomalies? Yeah, I mean they're anomalies because usually you'll have a decent quarterback. But I mean even just last week, Aaron Rodgers isn't a running quarterback.
He's not,
and he got hurt in the pocket.
Right?
So you can get hurt.
Yeah.
You can get hurt.
It can go both ways, So I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, it looks like the NFL kind of stifles your game, but at the same time, you got how much can you run because all these guys are fast,
right?
And you can't run an option in NFL.
You can't, no.
And you can't run your quarterback but so many times, especially you got a guy, say for instance, you got a guy like Lamar Jackson who's that small. He can't take a beating like that.
He can't take a beating from Von Miller. He's gonna eat him. That's why I said I'm anxious to see, how he transitions from college football to the next level. Something like Braxton Miller, he was a college quarterback that ran a lot, but he made a transition from quarterback to receiver, which is his natural position now. So for the Texans, so I think Lamar would be the same way like him.
Like him?
Yeah, I
like
think
your boy, who's a receiver for? Went to Ohio State. He plays for the Redskins now.
Oh,
Pryor.
Oh, Pryor, Terrell Pryor. He's another one. Yep.
Ronald Curry.
Randall L. He was another one like that too at Indiana.
But see, and it's funny because like those white quarterbacks can't
play another position. You can't stick them nowhere else.
They can't play.
They all are quarterback. That's it. Peyton Manning can't play another position.
No.
He's smart as ever, but
he's not athletic enough.
Yeah, he's strictly a quarterback. So
And your boy, what's his name? Yeah, Tebow illustrated that. He can't.
He definitely did.
He tried to play fullback or something. Or,
tight end or something, yeah.
Yeah, and some other guy. Didn't some other kid try to come out? The dude from Nebraska. Back in a couple years ago. Eric Crouch. Was it Crouch? He tried to play safety or something, kept getting concussions.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. So, I mean, the thing, and I guess that's the funny thing. The black quarterback, you would say, probably is the best athlete on the field.
All times.
But the white quarterback, oftentimes, is not.
He's not.
I mean, in as far as measurables,
right?
Speed, escapability,
right? Speed, agility,
making plays with their feet,
right?
And that's the weird part about it. But hey, this is the it's the professional leagues, and it's a grown man's league.
Definitely is.
Most definitely
is.
So, but I mean, like, I hope. Honestly, I don't know. I hope Cap wins this thing. But I think that the ramifications of him just making of him just doing, what is it, filing a grievance, I think that'll go, that's going to be, those ramifications are going to be felt like here and into the future, and how you deal with players and the amount of power that players have. I think we're probably going to be seeing, especially because the NFL is going to have the CBAs coming up. Right. There are going to be more issues, and I think that they're going to feel more empowered, hopefully, versus the owners going forward. So we'll see. I think,
I think Cap just wants some closure. If it does happen, he wants closure from the situation. He wants to hear from the owner's mouth that they don't want him.
Right.
And I think the closure will be good enough for him because, he'll be able to look back and say, look, they didn't want me. I wasn't the problem. They just didn't want me.
And right, yeah, because right now it's just all speculation.
Right.
So get some stuff out, get some depositions going, get some evidence, put some evidence out there. And get some closure, say yeah or nay, because the word is that he contacted 32 teams?
30, right.
He contacted all the teams in the league before he filed his grievance. So he's got some background, and he's got some evidence, I would assume, to say, hey, this happened. We're not just saying, we're not just throwing something on the wall and hope it sticks. We've got a legitimate gripe. And whether or not he could prove it, that's a whole nother thing. But I think that some things will come out of it that are more beneficial than just sitting back and saying, you know, having people, because I mean, in reality, the kneeling thing is like, the fad is kind of over with.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. You know, it is what it is. You know, we know players that's been doing it and that's doing it for a reason.
In the future, I think you're going to see more people opting the other way for other sports because of the negative. The more educated the public is about this long-term stuff, the CTE things, suicide is associated with it,
Right.
the memory loss, the brain damage, all that stuff. I think you're going to have kids going the opposite way. I think you see that now, but I think in the future it's going to be more. It's going to be more of an issue where football is going to have to, you know, do, like you said, make the game safer,
Right.
if possible.
If possible, right.
It's been an awesome show. It's been great. Thanks, Austin, for joining us. I know you got to come from practice, you're hustling and everything. So it's been Brandon Lawrence, Austin Berry. What's good?
What's good?